All right, guys. Today is the day. The sun is shining. The tank is clean. We're publishing this game. I'm certain we've got it at this point. Um, let's share my screen as well. Entire screen. We're gonna get rid of this. And this. And we're gonna go over to Redline. All right. Sorry, had to prep that. There we go. So we want this one. So, unfortunately, I didn't get everything. I actually got a surprising amount, but I worked in some of the wrong tactical areas because I might have to do some sound design on the live stream, which is going to be a bummer because you can't hear what's on my computer. But you will be able to play it within 2 hours from now. So, ideally, a little less. So, without further ado, let's see where we're at now. Okay. Sorry. Took a bite before I started the live stream. I'm always getting hungry at the end, so I try to eat right beforehand. Okay. So we did a few things that have worked great. This is the thing we need to finish up is the track workshop. It looks much prettier. It's not that blue color. It's the green and black that everything else is. And we can move and change things. I broke one feature within this that we're going to have to fix, which is you can't do the tab to get really sharp corners, which is a bummer. And there we go. And there's a track. So the cool thing though is we have this edit menu in which we can open our previous tracks and edit and resave them and delete them. I'm not going to delete this one because this one's one of my favorites. Though once I get that corner feature going again, I might come and edit this one because it's a little wobbly. And it'd be nice to sharpen some of this up a bit, probably. But Shelly has a fun one. Okay, so this is really cool. You can still build from here. I'm trying to remove some of the keyboard controls, that all of this stuff here. WASD for move, WASD for move is still good. Enter to add a point. Now that'll add a point in the middle of the track, so you can add more and whatnot. Delete always deleted in the middle of the track. See, we could delete, but we couldn't add. Added that, got this menu. We are doing really well. This is a fun feature. This is cool. You can increase the width of the track. So actually, let's just build this and see what it looks like with the larger track width. Still love this view. This looks freaking awesome. Improved a few. I re-exported some things. We now have a 3, 2, 1 countdown. You can't go before then. So yeah. Oh yeah. If you look at this, the track is way wider. Look how wide that is. So this will be great. We don't have combat yet. I mean, technically you can run into ships, but the colliders are a little weird and it's not satisfying combat to say the least. I'm going to turn that down a bit. See, I've got the headphones in so I can hear what's going on. But this is one of the audio things I'm going to have to fix. I haven't replaced the crash sound yet or the boost sound. And actually, because I haven't replaced them, even though I turned the settings because I was testing something else all the way down so I don't hear any music or any sound effects. The boost sound effect and the crash sound effect are still active, even though those aren't on. So this is cool. We get the wide track. I love it. Yeah. That's that. I'll have to fix a few things with that menu. This is probably the biggest thing that has to get done today. I think everything else is pretty much working. I want to do one balance thing with the boost because the boost runs out relatively quickly, which is a little too quick, but it also builds up too quickly. Like you bump a wall and it's like, oh, you've got full boost. It's too much. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to half both. So you use boost at half the amount. So essentially your boost meter is doubled, which is, fun and cool and whatnot. But I'm also going to make it so that stuff giving you boost is at half speed. You get boost over time. You can see it ticking up. And I don't think I mind that. Actually, I think I may switch that to just one boost tick per second. So there's a static amount, but then scraping and speed, I'll have increased boost. Maybe just scraping, maybe just hitting stuff. I'll have it increased, but I'll increase it at half. So essentially, you build up boost half as fast, but you can use double the amount of boost. So it's not going to change the boost much, but it is going to give you double the reserves, and it'll reduce your intake a little bit. So you got to work a little bit more for it, use it a little more strategically. This is still crazy sick. Whoo, boy. And that's a bug that only happens every now and again. I don't know if I showed you guys this last week. That's the respawn. Easiest way to do that is, interestingly, by using your overburn and just blowing yourself up. It might behoove me to make a diagram as well for the controller. Yeah, I think that won't take long. I think it would behoove me to add that. But maybe I just, no, I should add it. Okay, so maybe I'll add a tutorial level, and I could use just one of the speed track or one of the hard-coded tracks. Probably the speed track would be good. Okay, that's not too much to do. We can do that. And then the final thing will be sound design. So I need to fix the menu, not the menu. I need to fix the, I need to do that. Okay, according to this, I am officially 7 minutes over. Well, I prepped for like 5 minutes, so I'm we'll say 15. I'm 15 minutes over. I left my work tracker running, so I'll have to go and edit that after the fact and have 15 minutes less. Because I'm live streaming and obviously not working. But yeah, okay. So we need to do the track builder. We need to do the finishing touches on that. Just a couple of bugs that we got while creating it. We need to finish the audio design, because those two things aren't. I'm still using stock assets for them. Actually, right before this, in that 5 minutes prepping for this, it's why I was like 30 seconds late today. And the reason I was 30 seconds late was because I was out lifting an old broken lawnmower and dropping it on the concrete to see if I could get a good crash sound. And I think it should turn out all right. So I've got a recording with a bunch of that. That is the bummer. I'm going to have to do some sound design, and you will not be able to hear it, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And then immediately after, you'll be able to go on itch.io and play and, crash the ship yourself. So, we're in decent shape on that front. Interesting. Oh, no, not that. I'm on the wrong thing. I want to see that cooking logo build itself. That animation took me a while. We have since updated the elves since that. Oh, and they're building a little too fast. I should do a variable speed. I shouldn't do that now. We're going to release it as is. I can edit and update stuff later. Maybe I could put a frame rate in the title of the thing so that I can put any number of things in there, and then the program can dynamically scan the title, and it'll be the frame rate, then the title of the thing, and they'll take the frame rate and use that. That's smart, but I'm not doing that now. Okay. So I'm going to have to do some sound design. That's where I was. Some sound design. And then ideally, if I can manage, I will do a tutorial level with an infographic. And I might throw the infographic so it shows up as an ad as well, just because why not? It's instructions for how to play the game. Not, I don't mind that. I think that's fine. And that's it. After that, I need to test it and test all the features, and that shouldn't take long. And I think we're there. As a side note, let me see if I can move this. Can I? No, no, I didn't mean not that. You stay there. You. Huh, I don't know how to do that. Oh, maybe if I do this. Ah, shoot. There, now you can see the cool flux capacitor thing going there. I'm way thrilled with this console. Oh, I don't think you guys saw. Oh, that's the other bug. There was one other bug right here, which you can't see that well under my thing, my title for the thing. Let me see if I can bring this up a little. We now have your speed, what lap you're on, your total speed in qubits per second, because I've been notoriously against meters, and it just automatically defaulted when I was like, I want to do a speedometer, and I added the thing, and it was like, meters per second. And my brother-in-law was like, he's a scientist, a genetic biologist, and he was like, you're using meters. And I was like, fetch. All right, screw it, we're going qubits. We're measuring this in qubits per second, not meters per hour, or whatever it is, meters per kilometers per hour, kilometers. Yeah, we're not doing kilometers per hour. We're doing meters per second. So congrats. It's anyways. So yeah, you can see there we're qubits per second, and then you've got what position you're in. I'm racing alone, so obviously I'm first, and 26 point, or yeah, this is my fastest time. This is my fastest speed, I should say. Oh, fastest time. I only got fastest time would be good, but I only have room for 4 values. Could I cut one? It doesn't matter. I'm releasing it this way for now. I'll look into this later, but it's cool that this shows on the console, like it's typing up there. Really, this is just a text box that's overlaid precisely to fit in this, and I had to do the proportions to the screen so it matches when you resize the window. But we are very nearly there. Oh, this is still so off. Later, that's a later problem. That's a later problem. This is version 0.1. This is the alpha release. It is allowed to have not perfect textures, and that is fine. And we can accept that, and we can live with that, and we can go home and cry just a little. Okay, so with this, yes, this resets every lap. So when you go to the lap, the end of the lap, this will reset to 0 and go up. So if I get like 56 one lap, and I'm really, really fast, and then I come back and I do another lap, it might be 26 the next lap because what's it called? It's reset. So I don't want it to reset. I want it to show your fastest time for the whole race. I need to fix that. I'll probably fix that first so I don't forget. Oh geez. Oh, that was miserably bad. And I used all my boost. And see, it filled fully when I scraped that wall just a little bit. Oh, we're on lap 4. Oh, that was lap 4. Now we're on lap 5. Okay. Oh, and I should tick it down. 5 laps is a lot if you do big. Jeez. 5 laps is a lot if you do big tracks, which this one is a relatively big track as they come. So I put it as a 5 minimum because my first track that I made was that little donut that if you've been following for the last, 2 months of things, I think we're on live stream 8 now. That little donut track was a lot of fun, but was incredibly small. And like 3 laps on that was nothing. You could do 3 laps on that in like less than 30 seconds. And it was like, no, you need a minimum of 5. But for Oh, this is not set to that. Okay, whatever. Okay, so that'll be first. Let's do that first so we don't forget. List all your tracks. Okay. Okay, we still have a couple bugs, but we're going to take a quick detour because so I don't forget, don't you, about this bug. The speedometer on the bottom left has your current speed and should have your max speed for the race, but instead it's showing your howling. Oh, and speedometer always throws me off because it's speedometer. It throws me off because, you know, but you pronounce it sped. Oh, and I didn't even put the P. Oh, well. I guess there's no excuse for that. That's just poor spelling. Oh, I played one of those speed games with my in-laws the other day, where you got to type things really fast, the Jackbox, and it was all about moving fast and doing things quickly. I misspelled so much stuff; it was a little embarrassing. I'm not a good speller, as it turns out. You guys knew this. You've seen me work, and not great as it comes. Okay, but instead it's showing your highest speed of that lap. And when you cross the finish line, it resets to 0. We need to make that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was in the middle of the menu edit of the. Oh, wow. Spectometer. I added the P. I just put it in the wrong spot. You know, that's honestly more understandable. I typed the right key. I just hit it in the wrong order. Okay. But we need to make that. What do we need to make that? We need to make that. Just show the races top speed. I also swapped the orientation, so instead of coming on in 2-player like that, you do 2-player like that, where it's top and bottom, so you have your peripherals. Okay, let's hit enter, and then while that's running, while it's running, we're gonna do the sound design. Now part of me wants to add just a little bit to this, but it's not in the scope, but I have the stuff. This is the crash sounds lawn mower drop. Okay, and we need our, wow, these need to go away. Probably. Brave browser. If you're not using Brave, use Brave. I'm using Google right now and I need to swap. They sell all of your stuff. SFX, this is my folder. I want to throw in the AC unit. And I want to throw in the crash sound. And that should go into raw, probably. Crash sounds. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to do the sound design fix. Okay, this is ready. So let's do this, and then we'll come back to the sound design. This is going to be good. Okay, what? Wait a second. Okay, top speed. Huh. Oh, that might be a larger bug in the scoring system, actually. This will be good to get fixed. Ah, no, that's Xcode. Dang it. Visual Studio Code. This is where we want to be. Okay. Crap. I have no idea where that is in the project. Okay. Looks like we're going to get to do some sound design. 2 questions. One, where in the project are we for these changes? 2, our victory mechanics take top speed as one of the factors. Is that top speed for the race or top speed for the final lap? Final lap. It's the latter. We need to fix that too. Much larger oversight. Okay, this should be ideally relatively quick. At least the first one should be fast, theoretically. Oh, in the meantime, look at this. I made a new meeple. Actually, I made several. Look at this guy. This is the strong man. Which I think is fun. In order to match the style of the other meeples, because I realize these guys are chunkier, even though this one's too big. This one's too big, and this guy is still almost taller than him, which is not good. He's too thin and too tall. So I had to take the model and squish him, and I'm going to reprint him. But I just made him yesterday, and I think he's fun. I enjoy him thoroughly, from his mustache down to his boots. I also added pins into the leg braces that when I'm going to reprint him, I'll reprint with the pins. You can't see. But, oh, here we go. I've got some more. Oh, hey. Ranking key at 0.1 laps. Best lap, top speed. Top speed is also the final tiebreaker. The race manager pulls it exclusively through HUD get top speed KH, which before this fix returned the per lap top speed. So the ranking was just using top speed. The good news, Edit 4 already fixed it. Awesome. Okay. Oh, we're in the HUD. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Cool thing real quick before we move on with this, just because I wanted to show you guys. You've seen my castle for my chess set and other things. There's other uses for this castle, which I just adore. Now I have the knight, the horse, and he's a centaur, but he's one of my centaurs, so he only has 2 legs. So I don't like those ridiculous ones they have in fantasy. No 50-50 split there. 50-50. It's half and half. In addition, I have a pawn, and this one is just a little pumpkin-headed dude in a sheet sitting down. I think I might try to. I've liked this figure. I made this figure a physical one, and then I just home designed. I didn't scan anything. I just redesigned him in the thing. This was before I figured out I could scan stuff. And I've designed a few different things for him. I like him. I like him a lot. I'm thinking for the king and queen, I might diverge, kind of make this a chaos set, and perhaps for the queen, I'll give her. I'm going to see if I can give her a pumpkin head of some kind as well. So we kind of get this vibe that they're leading the pumpkin like headed forces, like these are grunts, but they're all sitting down, and they would be much taller if they stood up. So if you get a pawn all the way to the other side, you can trade it in for a queen, and that would just look essentially like the pawn stood up, which I think is cool. Okay, and we're there. We need to be in HUD. The HUD, the heads up display. Okay. My hubby lies over the mountains. That sounds like hubby. I don't have that. My wife has that. I don't have that. My hubby lies over the sea. Oh, bring back my hottie to me. Okay. And, oh, dude, we are cooking with gas. We are just moving. This is kind of the cool thing when it all starts to come together. A lot of times when programming this and for work and stuff, and this has happened a couple of times on live stream, which is a bummer. It's just not a fun place for it. But what was I saying? You plan. There's a lot of time planning and working on things. There's a lot of time just sitting making art assets and thinking about the game, or sitting and like working on UIs and just thinking about how things are going to function, or just sitting and thinking about how the data structure needs to work. And it's long and pretty boring work, but it's necessary. And it feels a little strange too, because you're essentially in work, you're essentially getting paid to sit there and just do nothing. You're just like, I just need to think about this structure for a second. And it's not weird now, but it took me a second to be like, I feel like I should be doing something, but I can't move until I've thought this through, and I need to just sit here and be bored and think. Anyways, you sit, you're bored, and you think for a little while, and finally it like dawns. You're like, I got it. I know how to do it. And then when you've thought it, like you just start flowing through code and stuff. And I don't know. This feels like that time. We've thought through most everything, and we're just plugging and playing. Shell yeah! I should have done a shorter track. It'll be faster than reloading. Some of my assets are still decently large, but most of them are smaller now. Oh, it was doing the countdown. My hottie lies over the ocean. My hottie lies over the sea. Yeah, you can see the speedometer going like crazy down there. When you get fast enough, they both move. Oh yeah, here we go. Then when I bump into a wall, they stop. Now let's crank it up. Okay. 49, not bad. Good speed. My Okay, and we kept it. Okay. Come on, baby. Oh, geez, I just nicked that wall. And there's our respawn sequence, which is great. I should make the hand only appear like 1 in 5 times. I should do a lot of things. I'm not doing that today, but that would be cool. Do a bunch of different gasp sound effects and then have them trigger at different times. That would be cool. Lap 2, I got a higher speed. Now lap 5, yeah, lap 5, I'm going to go slower than this so that I can effectively test if this worked, because the especially when you're playing multiplayer, the win mechanic is going to be a big one to not get wrong. That'll feel really unfair really fast. Okay, so still resets. We're on lap 4 of 5. Geez, it's going to take a sec. We got this, though. Let's go faster and stop scraping on all the walls. Oh, wow, I must have had no HP left, unless... Okay, got a new top speed. Good news. We're only on lap 4. Better news. And now, we just get to take it slow. This is the final lap. We should get our victory sequence, and it should be 55-41. No matter what. I'm not even going to boost. Doing this one-handed. I could still boost. Because it's the space bar. You just hit it with your thumb. Remapping controls would also be nice, but I'm not doing it today. We're going to publish version 0.1. Boom. And our top speed was 55-41. And there it is. That is working. Okay, that's all fixed. Let's just let this guy run the race. All right. Both are working great. Remind me after we finish the menu that I want to tune the boost usage and you build up speeds. Increase the size of the podium. Wow, I don't know how to spell reduce. Is that not what did I use an S? I used an S. Duh. It's an I. Of course it's an I. Okay. Okay. Increase the size of podium text. Why you won or lost text. Text. And And something else. What else was a problem just now? Something else was a problem just now. Crap, it was there was a problem. Oh. Out of curiosity. Maybe and make the... Now, if you're playing it on the controller, swap the two non-functional buttons for a prompt and for prompt to go back or restart the race. And there's one more thing. Dang it, I don't want to forget it. What was it? It just happened and it bothered me. And it'd be a very quick fix. 3, 2, 1. Boop. We have the sound bits. We have the grind. Mind you, I can't hear the grind. If you can see in the bottom left, the buttons being pressed, it's pretty awesome. You can see the blue and purple buttons as I press these. Okay, that's just cool. I like that visually. Geez. Okay. I need to get the controller infographic, which we can do. What is wrong? Something was wrong. What was it? Was it when we crossed the finish line? No, that's all right. Well, there was something. Okay. What happens if you hit both boost and brake at the same time? You move forward faster than you... Okay, that's interesting. Okay. The arrows are working. I can't remember. Dang it. That might ship with the game at this point. Okay, that's fine. If I can't find it, it's probably not that big a deal. Just do it that way. But for now, let's fix the track workshop. Okay, so we're going to go back and remind ourselves what the bugs were there. So if we go here, we want to open a track. The test track. We don't like this track, so we want to delete this track. Yes, I want to permanently delete this track. No, it's still there. Delete track does not delete the track. Let's see. Since we don't like that track anyways, this is just a test track. We're going to go back. Shoot. We're going to go back to here. Oh, come on. Okay, that's frustrating. Okay. And now we're going to hit space. We're going to save. And we're going to open a track. It's going to do this one. And now that works. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so that works. Tab button isn't functioning anymore like it was before we started this menu. This workshop edit. At all. We want it like it was before we started the workshop edit. Okay, so that's one thing. Let's remove auto snapping. Let's reduce the auto snapping window so it doesn't trigger unless you shrink the cursor. Okay, backspace. Okay, so those are some errors. Delete track doesn't delete the track. What other issues were there? Save works. Refresh. We can get a new track. We can open a track. Boom. Track opened. Build and play still works. Oh, X is sharp. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so delete track doesn't delete the track. It did that without my consent. But I think I'm okay with that. We can make it sharp. Width. I mean, that's pretty good. So delete isn't deleting the track. Is there anything else we need? We have a command for closing the loop. We have a command for build. I mean, we're in pretty good shape. Let's see these. And you can just... That's great. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's a little annoying. But this might be a less invasive edit than I thought it would be. Oh, when we need to add the about. Crap, that's on my phone. Dang it. Okay. That might require you not seeing my glorious face for like a few seconds. Which is gonna suck, but that's okay. Okay, while that's doing that, let's jump over to the audio because we need to get that working. We've got GarageBand, which sucks, but I don't have time to be not in GarageBand and to learn the other DAW. Okay. Oops. Okay, so let's do give me my things. Okay, engine noises, scrapes, four-wheeler. In raw, we want the four-wheeler sound effect. And I think this is just the idling engine, which is what I want. Okay. Move this down here for a sec. AC unit should go in here. Okay. Okay, so 1 and 2 are the only ones that are any good. Let's go into here. And unfortunately, I can't see over my camera, so we're getting less of this. The AC 1 and 2, go back. The four-wheeler can go back. Let's take you to the middle of this. And why not take you guys in some too? This should give us more of a rattling noise, which I think will be fun. Let's see how it goes. By that, I mean I'll see how it goes. Okay. So we're going to mute these. See how it is without them. Okay, now if we add them back in. That's too much. Yeah, you're too airy. You're staying off. You might be too airy. I didn't think that would be the case. Okay, then you might be just fine. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's zoom in a little. Make sure we don't cut off any more than we have to. Let's bring you in. Cut this right at the source, if we can manage. Come on, baby. Work for me, darling. Don't you do this to me. Hannibal, don't do this to me, please. You owe me that much. Okay, here we go. We are going to split at playhead. Split at playhead. And split at playhead. Then we're going to do this. Delete. Now, theoretically, I should just work. Actually, these two. Ah, shoot. Delete the track. Yes, I want to delete the track. And this one. Delete the track. Yes, I want to delete the track, as a matter of fact. Okay, and then. That sounds great. Okay. Share. Export song to disk. No, I don't want it in GarageBand for the billionth time. You stupid, stupid program. Where in the fetch? I just wanted in my downloads folder. Why are you impossible? As an MP3, yes. Could you do it without putting a tag on it? No, because you're stupid. Which means I'm going to need the other program, which I do have up. Interesting. Okay, Audacity is still running, which is great news. And let's go to Finder, where now we should be able to see engine noise.mp3. Officially too long because GarageBand is retarded. If you don't know, if you weren't here for my last rant, GarageBand just adds dead air onto the end of your track for some unknown reason because it's stupid and hates you. Anyways, here, look, you can see. Look at this, dead air. Why on earth would I want that? There is no way, as far as I can tell, to remove that. Oh, jeez. Mother of mercy. Okay. Oh, solo. Oh, that's jank. Okay. I don't know why this is insisting on going through that speaker, but come on. Okay, maybe you actually heard it, which is something. No, don't. I don't want to learn a new DAW. No. Why are you the worst? Okay, let's just trim the nose off of this a little bit. See if we can't get a better thing. Pull. Oh, has to. Okay, that's it. That's all we wanted to do. It looks like there's a tail hanging out of this. Okay, that's okay. That's okay, because we want to export this. Nope, just this. Nope. We want to file, maybe? Export audio. This is surprisingly easy. Export to computer. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Let's try this. Okay. Okay, I have to learn how to use this new thing. I think that's right. Okay, we're going to put that in. Okay, we got our engine noise. And now, because I don't want to learn the new thing, we're going to go back to GarageBand, but we're going to save the project. And we're going to go open a new project. And in here, it's going to be an empty project. That's fine. And then we're going to go and throw in our crash. Dang it. Finder. Okay. Get rid of that. SFX. Raw. Crash sound. This one's going to be longer, and I'm going to have to split it all up. A lawnmower drop. Okay, we don't want that. Okay. That's all right. Split it playhead. This will be track numero uno. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why be this way? It's more of a plastic sound, but it's okay. We want multiple sounds. And plastic is really prominent in this universe/galaxy. Okay, that's going to crash. And we're going to split it playhead. Right about there. Split it playhead. Delete. Come on. This might not turn out that great, but better than using stock sound. That one's decent. I just went and dropped a bunch of tools out in the driveway. Okay, throw that down. Oh, this might not be big enough. I really wish I had gotten a chance. I was busy on trash day last year. I had an appointment in the morning. I was like, crap, I just wanted to record the garbage truck doing the like that would have been a great crash sound. But no, 'twas not meant to be. Is what it is. We'll work with what we got and probably replace it with the trash can sound later. Or add the trash can sound. Hey, there we go. That one's all right. That's a good crash sound. That was the lawnmower. Okay. We're almost there. I know this must be boring because you guys can't hear the sounds, but it's almost done. Please. Split it, playhead. That. Here we go. Oh, what the fetch was that? Okay. That's actually all right. All right, now this is going to be the one I want. Split it, playhead. And I might take those other sounds too. All right, let's go. Okay, and I think I'm going to take those other sounds and fill some crap in. So we're going to split as well. Roll you back. Pull you up. Okay. Split a playhead. The fortunate thing about this one is, while the other one had to be crazy clean because it had to be looped infinitely, this can just be whatever, like as long as it's, actually, we'll do from here, we'll go V. Oh, come on. Copy. Here. V. There we go. Ah, shoot. Clearly I want it back there. That's what I'm... Oh, that's actually not bad. Okay. That'll do. Save as. Crash sound. And then we will share. Export song to disk. Mother. Or at least it showed me the downloads folder. Export to Finder. We will find it. This is the one. That is the good one. You are hot garbage. And I will move you to the trash, where we will get crash sound. For the moment, our official crash sound. And I actually might want to change that. It's probably named crash sound, but engine noise. Just engine noise. All right. Now, I'm going to throw those into the project and be done with sound design for now. Okay. SFX. Cinema ship Okay, boost. It's just crash. Okay. As sad as I am to lose that wondrous crash. We will replace it. And actually, I'm just going to put in the raw engine noise. And I'm going to change the code because right now it's using like all of these and it's too much. I used the layering to layer the music mechanically instead of just doing it in a DAW, which, you know. Okay. Sound design done. I know that was a slog. Thank you for sticking with me. And now we are to the thing. Okay. Saving that reminder. Sweet. Boost tuning, podium, text. Yeah, okay. Same root cause as the empty drop down. Your tracks live there now, but confirm delete only removes user / so it silently misses. Make it check both. Okay. It's probably in the track manager, but you got to tell me where I'm going. Okay. Or in the, not track manager, the track workshop. Tracks. Workshop. Track workshop. Yes, it was in the track workshop. That one, at least I could know where I was going. Okay, find this. Oh, that's what it was. Let's just do 45. Or better, 40. Save. Godot. Rerun. Now, this should work. Track workshop. Let's do a track. I don't like this track. Let's delete that track. Do you want to delete it permanently? Okay. Please now. It is no longer there. Delete me as well. Delete that track. This was to test whether or not I could save stuff. Okay. Track title, or open a track. Begin. Ah, jeez. This is a mess. I don't want this track in here. Let's delete the track. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we're doing good. Okay. Bean. Don't want that for this one. Delete the track. Yes, I want to delete it. Okay, this is much better. We get the A, L track, long track, long track. What are you doing? Oh, it's the I track. Yeah, that's fine. Shell, yeah. Cool. Bang, bang. Now I'm gonna leave bang, bang in there. I might edit it before we publish this. Zigzag Valley. Okay, cool. So now let's race. Let's see if that actually worked. Yep, that's all of them. Okay, what else did we change? We changed the... This is not going to show what I... No, actually it will. Because crash is not looped in, which we need to fix. But I will be able to hear the crash. So let's see if it worked. Oh, that is terrible. Oh, that's so bad. Dang it. Oh, I've got no glass shattering in there. There needs to be a glass shattering sound and more of a hit. That is not good. You know what? It's version 1.0. It'll be fine. It's a little bit laughable, but oh well. Maybe I could go record and just something like that and just add that in. Maybe. Maybe I'll release and then immediately like stop the stream and re-release. Oh my word. Guys, it's a momentous occasion. We've got 2 people watching. We did it. We did it, team. Fist bumps all around. Everyone. All of you. 2 people. It's more fun if it's that way. Okay. Yeah. Oh, geez. Man, watch me mess up the controls while we do that. Accidentally end stream. Okay, cool. All right. That is done. And we are ready for our next step. We are publishing this today to the new, I would guess, individual that came. Where this game will be playable within. Oh, it's 11/11. Make a wish. I wish we'll be able to publish this today. We will. We will. I'm certain that wish is going to come true. I should have wished on something that was more crazy, more wonderful. No, this is plenty wonderful, but should have wished on something more crazy. Okay, so we did that. We did all the things. Perfect. Chat. That was easier than I thought it would be. Wonderful surprise. Let's do those 3 house keeping things, and then we'll have an audio bug to fix, and then we are publishing version 0.1 1.0, however you name these things. Okay, we're there. Oh no, we lost our second subscriber. I think I came on too strong. Not subscriber, our second viewer. I came on too strong. That's what happened. It's too much. I love too hard. Well, we're waiting for that. I should have saved some audio design for here because it's a boring interval. You want to see something cool I made? Ugh. Look at this. Nope, not that. Ah, jeez. It's impossible. But this is cool. I made it as a ram's horn type thing, but out of PVC, and I just 3D printed a flute head and connected it to it. So now it's kind of hard to play because it's really, really low. Really easy to get a sharp note there, but that is just fun as a side thing. I used PVC to do the. Anyways, that's that. I thought was cool. Okay. Oh, it only started writing stuff. Dang it. The text, the 2 dead buttons, then the boost knobs. For the boost knobs, we want to expend boost meter half as fast, essentially doubling the boost meter. We also want to standardize boost in intake to Okay. Wow. Whoa. Boost tuning. How fast? How fast boost burns and how hard it builds speed. Okay. I misunderstood, but that's okay. I can just work with this. So let's go to the tracks, scenes, shift controller. Find this. Okay, so it's at 25 currently. We want to reduce this to 12. Make it even a little bigger. That's fine. Gently, both are inspected. Taste. Build up. Bigger put. That doesn't help. Okay. But let's see if we. Okay. Max boost is 100. Boost drain per second, 12. Let's say 10. We can always change that again. Okay, boost meter. Minimum meter fraction required to start boosting. Okay. Boost activation threshold. Boost HP drain per second. Boost refill idle. 1. Boost refill speed bonus. All hit. 1. One. 10. Okay. Okay. That might fix that. Bigger podium text in HUD. Let's do this real quick because we are here. HUD. Okay. Shoot. Okay. We'll make that larger. Okay. Find this. Crap. Okay, replace the bottom or the button block that with this. Okay. We are so very close. Dang it. Dictionary. A hard press or something brings up the dictionary. So if you ever slip on the keyboard, you're like, oh, hey, there's my freaking dictionary again. Okay, we're almost there. The polling. Find this. What's the polling? Okay. Okay. Let's give that a shot. To go with some errors. Hopefully they will clear up. Maybe. All right. We want a shorter track. Except I got rid of all of them. Surprisingly, long track is my shortest track. Okay. We're in this. We're in it, Bob. 2, 1, boop. Okay. The boost lasts longer. That feels good. Yeah, it gives you a longer boost. Grinding will still fill it, but it's not as fast. And it's still faster than most things, but it's not crazy fast. Dang it. Oh, and there's that crash sound again. Oh, boy. Lap 4. And this is where we get to the end sequence, where we should see if this game crashes or if that worked. Boom. Okay, that's bigger. Laps completed, 5. Sweet. 11, or fastest time, 12.74. Highest speed, 5,500 kilometers per hour. I win on all because I'm playing by myself. But that works. That distinctly works. Okay. And the text is bigger. And now we press enter to race again or escape to go to the main menu. Oh. Oh. And that just, hot dang. Well, that's amazing. And I'd like to swap that for controller controls at some point, but is not a necessity. We need to start getting the build ready to actually try to get this web ready, because that's going to be a bit of a task. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we are there. We have arrived. Okay, I gotta stop. We need the controller diagram. Okay, and the audio. Audio first. So I don't need any of this because we figured that out, and it feels good. Okay, final thing. Final thing, or close to it. You know what? No one's going to play the very first version except for maybe this viewer, and you should know the controls by now. It's WASD to move, space to boost, J and K for your what's-its, and I will release the controls in a moment. I'll probably take an hour or two after and release. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it that way. Okay, final thing, or close to it. We need to fix the audio. The hum sounds have been replaced with a single engine noise .mp3 3 my word. No noise. Now bang on their farflugers. Now, you know the thing. Okay. Don't you know the thing? All right. Okay. We need to fix the audio. The hum sounds have been replaced. The single engine noise. This, we want this at the same volume of the 3 with the same acceleration and distortion we used the other 3, but we just want to use the one track. Distortion we used on the other 3, but we just want to use it on the one track. We already got the crash in, we got the grind. Okay. In addition, the boost and crash noises are not tied to the menu. So if you turn the SFX off in your settings, you will still hear boost over burn and crash sound. We need to tie those in. Boom. Okay. This is then the last thing, unless, okay, where's my iPad? Let's give this a shot, shall we? See if we can't do this quickly. Somewhere here, I have ChatGPT that made me a generic image of controller. Okay. Project, controller diagram. The second one. Download. Oh my gosh. I did not plug in my computer before starting this live stream, which means I've been running this on battery, and I could have crashed at any moment. Just like my racing skills crash at any moment. See, tied it in. Download. Okay. Let's go to our thing. While that thinks, we've got this. I already did it, apparently. Ooh, and ChatGPT might be, or Finder might be crashing on me. Let's airdrop that to my iPad, which disappeared. Dang it. Don't you be out of batteries, I swear. Come on, Danny's iPad. No, there's the strongman. It's a fun side thing. Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, now let's come to Procreate while we get this. Oh, here we go. Ooh, boy. Real quick, let's do that, boom. Okay, that's ready to be worked on. And we're ready to do this. Okay, ship audio. Let's go to ship audio. This is the one. I want to find these three. It is cool that they could do that, but that's okay. That's fine. Maybe I'll do more in the future, but for now. Okay, and delete these two lines. Okay. Then we're going to replace all three with just this. Okay. And finally, this with this. Well, not finally. Okay. Settings, FX, find this, replace it with this. Oof. You know, Macs are better for a lot of things, especially within programming, but they got really sharp corners, and if you're kind of pivoting your hand on it, it hurts after a bit, surprisingly. Oh, the difficulties of my trade. Kiddo. Oof. Okay, I didn't save that. At least I don't think I did. Let's go settings. Oh, such a good song. We're turning on the sound. All right. Let's grab the controller so we can test 2-player one more time before we publish this mess. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, the sound effects are not great. I'm not gonna lie to you. The other ones sounded janky, but they sounded disjointed, but they sound like they're better quality sound effects in general. I need to tune these more, add some more distortions and stuff. Nailed it. Okay. When he speaks up and tries to reach out, the devil's there lending a hand, Mr. Nowhere Man. Okay. Freaking love the soundtrack of this game. Okay. That's pretty dang good. I'm gonna need the tutorial. I'm gonna need the intro text. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is gonna look a little funky for a sec because I need to get this from my phone where I wrote the stuff. Okay. Oops. Well, didn't mean to show you the state of my desk. It's a little bit of a mess right now. It is what it is. Okay. All right. So I have some text for the About section in the menu. Okay, and about the game. Then I'd like to add another button below it, below the About section, called real ads. And that is, this text should go there. Okay. And we wanted to add one more thing. Way to go. I didn't actually finish this. Let's finish this real quick. Music was another beast entirely. I Burnout 3 might have been the best racing game of all time, but they didn't renew it because they didn't. No, that's not Burnout. ATV Off-Road Fury was this one. Fury. Was a great game. They didn't renew it or keep selling it because they didn't want to keep paying the song royalties. My budget is money that I can afford to take from my family for a passion project. Is $0.00. Okay. Much less than a AAA studio. But for a good racing game, you need some good early 2000s post grunge rock. And though I am a musician, I'm not that kind of musician. Nor can I make 12 bands worth of bangers. Even if it were my genre. So with some help from AI, I wrote a dozen or so angsty songs. Fury. I don't know how do you spell angsty? Is angsty not a word? I wrote a dozen or so angsty songs and had Suno sing them. Except Nowhere Man. I wrote all of that one. All of that one. You can like AI or not like it. But I wanted a banging game. Okay. Solid. About me. And that's all of the things. And the menu. Please check for major errors and all right, please check for major errors and help me add this to the game. Okay. That one's a bit of a long one. Keeps all the copy. All right. Sign the forms, pay the fine. Everything you breathe was never fine. All right. Track workshop settings about. We will add 2 more. We'll add real ads, question mark, and ideally a tutorial button as well. But in order to do that, I need this. Okay, so we're going to add a new layer. We're going to pull this color while it works on that. Yeah, it's going to think on that for a second. And while it does, I am working on the controller or the diagram. So we will say add text. And for our text, we will say, not that. We will say, we're going to get rid of the pen. Oh, come on. Show me the key. Show the date. Oh my gosh. Would you please show me the keyboard? Okay. We will call this boost. Take you down here. Okay. A slash space equals okay. A space equals boost. Now I'm going to change the font to look all pixely and cool. Wow, this does that thing. Okay. 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 Proofread done. Your voice is untouched. I only fixed the mechanical errors. Here's what I corrected. +3 flags to double check. Angsty. Okay. Accept to accept. Suno to suno. Loose more subscribers. My dad's okay. It's lonesome. My uncle's company. Mythological canon. 2 canon. Thor, small rulebook. The small rulebook. Autocorrect casualty. 2000s to 2000s. Burnout game to Burnout. ATV Off-Road Fury. ATV Off-Road Fury. Official spelling. Sports. Flag. Hero Nowhere Man. Mr. Nowhere. I used Mr. Nowhere. Okay. Siren Swamp. I wrote the Siren Swamp. Okay. Beggar's Moon. Beggar's Moons, yes. That's the song. Now the implementation. Okay. We're doing well. Okay, we're in good shape. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay. A/space equals boost. Okay. Duplicate. We're going to move you up here. And we're going to say /shift B/shift equals break // drift. That's a bummer. Okay, that's fine. Duplicate, tab. Y/J equals coolant. And that will never fit. So we're going to go here. We're going to reverse this. We're going to say overburn equals what does overburn equal? X/K. So K/X. And we're going to move you. Okay, that's actually really good. Wow, that's really good. Okay, look at that. That is not bad for very quick. So theoretically, we can have this done very quickly. Okay, let's do this, and then we'll work on the next section. I think, it's almost, we could go over a little bit. This is going to be slightly longer. I'm going to have to take a bite of food while on camera, which is, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, scripts. What in the fetch just happened? Oh, that's a link. My word. Okay. New file, scripts, UI, menu texts. So we're going to go to Godot. We go to scripts. UI. Create new script. Menu. Texts.gd. Yes, that is the one we want. Then we'll come here to our brand new, my word, this is enormous. to our brand new UI menu texts. I'll go A, V, K. And that is all of our text. About me. Real ads. Y ads. Okay. And then what was the thing? It really did all of the things. That is so great. It's so nice to have AI fix your dyslexic writing mistakes. Okay. New file, scripts, scenes, text screen .gd. So let's go to scripts, scenes, create new. Text screen.gd. Okay. Which means it is a script. Text screen. Too many E's. Text screen.gd. Now, scenes. Text screen. Here we go. We're going to take a thing that we're going to pass. V. Got it. Okay. Main menu. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Main menu. Find this. Replace it with this. Okay, guys, we're here. I'm him. Find this. Oh, geez. What am I? Find that. Replace it with much more. Oh, yeah. Instead of coming soon, we're going to do that. Save. Okay. Okay. Let's try this shiz. See if that works. Ooh, it's kind of loud. Okay. About me. I am going to mute this for my sake. My name is Danny Oakes, the plot father, and I am a writer and a computer programmer and a game maker, tabletop and otherwise, obviously, and voice actor and breakdance teacher. I've done a lot. I'm more than a little ADD. I do a lot of project hopping and have a somewhat varied interest, to say the least, about this game. I loved those early racers, Burnout, ATV Off-Road Fury, the early 2000s PS2 racing games. They were so good. I remember playing these games on split screen with my cousin all night on sleepovers every other weekend. I remember holding my bladder because I didn't want to stop playing. These days, people go for so much realism. Games are perfect and boring. I want jet engines and stupid speeds. So with EA pulling support for the very last Burnout game, I decided to make a legacy-style racer. I wanted the high adrenaline, blood-pumping racing game. I've always loved sci-fi, so I figured that was a good way to go. Music was another beast entirely. ATV Off-Road Fury was a great game, but they didn't renew it or keep selling it because they didn't want to keep paying the song royalties. My budget, money that I can afford to take from my family for a passion project, is $0, much less than a AAA studio. But for a good racing game, you need some good early 2000s post-grunge rock. And though I am a musician, I'm not that kind of musician. Nor can I make 12 bands worth of bangers, even if it were my genre. So, with some help from AI, I wrote a dozen or so angsty songs and had Suno sing them, except Mr. Nowhere. I wrote that one on my own. I wrote all of that one. You can like AI or not like it, but I wanted a banging game. Escape. Okay, real ads. Here we go. Why ads? This game needed ads for the vibe, and there's ways to put real ads in your game, but I didn't want to. It didn't feel right. I don't have problems with all games that have ads, though I do have problems with some. But I didn't want it to be mine. I may change my mind about this later, but I'm unlikely to change my style. Maybe I'll add some more paid ads, maybe I won't. If I do, I think I'll curate them and try to give them a sci-fi vibe to fit the game. What ads? So I didn't want to hook up. Ooh, jeez. So I didn't want to hook it up to a junk farm, but I needed ads on the walls of my Bloodsport racing arena. What should I use? My stuff and the stuff my friends and family make. But most of it is mine. Now I'm a bit of a serial creator. I always make something new, always making something new, and more I'm finishing them. So here's the things I'm advertising and why. Cooking. Wow, that is sensitive. This is my dad's company and my day job. I created the elves and created the Discover View. I made the AI recommender, and I'm working on a lot more that is close to release. It is the best recipe organizer, discovery tool, whatever. The best recipe app out there. My dad has been at this for 30 years, and we've got more and better features than any of our competitors. And because of me, it now looks pretty too. Use it free with some ads that I made, or use code PLOT for 10% off for life. I get a cut of that if you use my code, making this the most lucrative ad for me. Especially because our app is really the best. Our app really is the best. Our turnover rate is low. Most people who use it love it, to the extent that we lose more subscribers to death than dissatisfaction by a lot. Plotfatherpublishing.com. This is my website. I give plotting advice to a lot of friends, and a few years ago, a close friend suggested the moniker the Plot Father, so I ran with it. I do write books, but I'm a bit of a slow writer. My other hobbies are many, and they grow up like weeds. So you'll find books, games, audiobooks, 3D models, and more. It's an eclectic spread, but check it out. Mage Hunter, The Siren Swamp. This is my first book, and it's a banger. It's a Western wizard fantasy, like Clint Eastwood walked guns first into a dusty Harry Potter book. If you buy it on plotfatherpublishing.com, I make more money. If you intend to leave a 5-star review, buying it on Amazon will help me more. But only if you're interested in that kind of thing. Amazon, Danny Oakes, The Plotfather, Mage Hunter, The Siren Swamp. Side Quests of Bjorn. Oh boy, this is kind of long. I mean, there's a lot to it. This is my uncle's company. He revolutionized sports recording and can get recordings better than a $40,000 professional crew for a $300 tripod setup. You don't even have to move anything, as the superior tech scans the players and follows the ball, thus the name, all on its lonesome. But you do need an iPhone, which is probably for the best. Android users don't buy premium equipment. I'm going to get death threats for this one. Okay, I thought that was funny. Maybe I'll offend people. I hope not. I love a lot of Android users, but statistically, they don't buy as much stuff, so that makes some sense. But I mean, anyways. Okay. This is my brother, Courier AI. The guy is an AI rock star. And I already made his snail mascot and had the animations, so he was an easy ad. Man, my family starts a lot of companies. Got my dad, my uncle, my brother. Actually, there's a couple more I should add. Maybe one of us will make it big someday, huh? Maybe not. We support big families, and that's a victory that few can claim these days. Not bad for a life's work. So what does Jack do? Everything. If you need AI for your business, he can get it to you for 1/10 the cost. What's more, if you want to invest in some hardware, not as much as you'd think, he can hook you up with local AI agents that you can have on site. Tired of paying token costs? Get Courier. And I got Ghost Coated and Billy and the Beggar's Moons. That is good. That is very good. All right. I'm going to have chat set this up, which means I need the image. Share the PNG to AirDrop. My MacBook Pro. Here it is. Controller diagram. Okay. That does look a little funky, but not bad for 2 minutes work. You must admit. Maybe I could add a black backdrop. We'll see. Just to the text. But yeah, let's do that. Let's go to the project. Let's go to our audio fonts. Well, no, that's the bottom. We want ads. Here we go. And static ads. And one of our static ads is going to be the instructions on how to play the game. I'm going to finish it, but I will name it the same thing and replace it. So now the computer can use it while I'm doing that. Okay. Okay. Final thing before we post. We need a tutorial level. I'm thinking we take the speed track, the hard-coded one, make the walls taller, and give it a ceiling. Like you are in the bowels of a ship. Like you're in the bowels of a ship. And add the controller diagram .png PNG as all of the ads. Add the right textures to the walls and add the controller diagram.png as all of the ads except the arrows on the corner. We should also have one very large hologram of the controls diagram hovering over the finish line. We will also need a... That's what it was. Okay. Also, Aslo. Also, don't let me forget to change the minimum lap blocker from 5 to 3. We will also need a finish line and invisible green line added to that track. Finish. Visible green line added to that track. Okay. And it can start working on that while I finish the controller thing. Yeah, we're over time, but that's okay. Overturn. Overburn. Okay, so let's see if we can center that exactly on the button. B shift. Then A space. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's in good shape. We want turning. Yeah, so let's take one of these, do this one, duplicate, tab, over here. Turning. WASD. Turning is those two or WASD. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we got turning, we've got gas RT. Gas. R, sorry, R2. break R, no, L2. Break. Okay. I think that worked. Okay, crap. Yes, that one. Oops. Okay. That's not too complex. Huh. Huh. Okay. 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 We can do this. Okay. 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 Okay, this has got to be really boring right now. We're just waiting for this and I'm drawing. But we're almost there. Oh well. Let's share this PNG. This is good enough for now. I will make this better later, but it does all of the things we need it to do as of now. Color diagram. Old. Controller diagram. Boom. Now, just need to replace that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Now that's updated. Now, just quickly, let's play. Let's race. Start. Hoorah. And there it is. Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, geez, if I can play this game. Who made this? And now, just every so often, you have, pretty often as it turns out, you have a diagram that shows you how to play the dang game. And I need more ads so it doesn't show up quite as often. Okay, okay. We made a lot of this smaller. We made it work better. Yeah, okay, we're good. That's great. Let's do this. Hopefully, no. It has been thinking for 8 minutes. That is a travesty. Okay. Well. Oh, whoa. Whoa, that went fast. Okay. So we're going to go to track kit. Okay. So let's get rid of you. You're starting to heat up my machine, dang it. Or you're in track kit. Nope. Tracks. Track kit. Find this. It's right there. Okay. And we're going to replace you with that. And then we're done. Once we do this, we'll be done. Okay. Okay. Replace the entire contents of track small. Okay. All that. Okay. We can always undo that if we break it all, but race setup. In the track list. I was thinking we would throw this into the main menu. So it goes tutorial, something else. What was it again? Tutorial. Let's race track workshop, etc. Okay. Seriously, we do this, we're publishing, we're done. Man, that was a lot of code. That's right. Minimum lap counter, 5 to 3. Did they do it? Even better. Okay. Okay, let's go to main menu. Scenes. Is it not in scenes? No, it's not in that set of scenes. That's the actual scenes. No, it is. I was wrong. Find that. Replace it. With less. Okay. Find that. Oh, hey, it's right there. If I had just read a little further. Okay. There it is. Tutorial. Where to find that? We're going to add the tutorial. On tutorial. We're just going to do a few things. Okay. Oh, I already did that. Save. Oh boy. If this works right now, we're done. Tutorial. Oh, hold on. Oh, work for me. It works. Except those ads are way too small and on the ceiling. Vroom. And there's no arrows. And there's no ceiling. Okay, we're close. Actually, it's been a little while. Oh, geez, 12 seconds. That's abysmal. Laps completed. 3. Okay. You know what? That's pretty baller. Let's just fix the quick view thing. Okay. That is amazing. Amazing. 3 quick things. 1, the walls are too high. 2, there is no ceiling. We should add one with the same texture as the floor. 3, the ads on the walls are too high up and tiny. There are no red arrows for turns. Can we let's just do that. Okay. All right. This should be the last step till we are published. still be our publishing. I don't fully know how long that's going to take. This is a bigger game than I've published before. Okay. I'm so excited about this, but I got to get out of this chair and walk. I am... It's stifled. And then I do have to test 2-player. Actually, might as well do that while we wait. Let's race. Twa. Ah. Can't do that yet. Dang it. Gotta add that too. Okay. This is what we need. Holy. Cheese and crackers. Okay. Both controllers are working. We are the top down. Oh, I'm actually curious about this. If I finish the race, it should start orange on autopilot. And if that happens, he's facing into the wall. Will it successfully pull him in? Crap. Here we go. Finish line. What? Five laps is the finish. Okay, that's weird. That's really weird. Dang it. I don't have time for this. I'm too old for this. Okay. All 3 plus Y. All 3 plus the Y on ceiling. It was actually there, but the sun can't light the underside of a slab, so it rendered pitch black and red as open sky. Fix is making it self-lit when the floor is tile shutter, which is exactly what you asked for anyway. Override adds get a size plus height. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Screw it. Find. Oh. Okay. Vertical offset from panel center for override ads. Okay. This makes me a little queasy, but just because I don't want to mess up what's already there. Come on. But it looks like it's a subroutine, which should work. It just might not be the most elegant way to do it. But I'm probably going to redo a lot of this anyways for a better tutorial. I'll add. I can clean this up later if it doesn't work well. That. Okay. Okay. Track small. Here we go. Find that. Tall-ish. Okay, controller diagram. And that. And that. And that. That. With that. That. Oh boy, this is a big one. That. Ceiling, floor tiles, self-lit. Find that. Replace it with this. That. And then replace it with build corner arrows. Okay. That. Finally, with that. Save. Okay. Now, please rerun. So now we're here. We want to go to the tutorial. It's going to load up for us, which is awesome. Okay. Okay, this feels pretty good. That image looks stretched, but I don't know if it is. Overburn, KX, A, space, boost, B, shift and brake, Y, J, coolant, gas, R2, brake. Oh, I need to change that in the image. Because gas is W. Oh. Okay. And S, I guess. What in the heck was that? There's one arrow facing the wrong way. Mother of mercy. Ah, that is the... Everything else is perfect. This is great. Look at the blur. Ah, geez, this is cool. I should add tunnels to the game when I do a full launch. And there it is. Okay. So that's the tutorial. I should just take a picture. It only needs to be hard-coded for this one level. All of the ads are successfully the controller diagram. Shoot, I'll just do the next one. Okay, now we're going to hit escape and make sure we didn't mess up the normal race. It's so much longer than I planned. Come on, go. Yeah, everything looks like it built correctly. All of our ads look right. Not gonna lie, I missed the J track. It was freaking fun. Okay, well, with that, okay, that's all working still. Let's throw in the screenshot, file or photo. Kaboom. Probably right. So close. Last thing. The red arrow is... There is only one red arrow. They should cover the whole turn. And it is facing the wrong way. Oh, God. Okay. Track small. Got this. Huh. Replace this. Okay. That was on purpose. Interesting. V, save. Okay. We're almost done. Tutorial. Run for me, baby. Run for me. Do the thing. Oh, the arrows look right. They look right. Are they right? They're right. I can already tell. Oh, this is gorgeous. Did I just do that in 7 seconds? Holy fetch. That's a good time. Okay. Okay, that works. Perfect. Perfect. Let's set the lab minimum. Race selector to select to 3 rather than 5 and ship this thing. Okay, we're so close. We're so close. We can do this. Okay, I can't sit up straight anymore. I must slouch. Quick pass through couches where we stacked up this session. 5 minutes now saves a broken demo. The big one, bundled tracks won't export by default. Your tracks are JSON. Data files, not Godot resources. Your export presets, project export, resources tab. Filters to export non-resource. An empty track list. Collider debug off. The colliders aren't visible. Version. Labeled demo. Size sanity. Mobile is 422 megabytes. So expect a chunky download for fine for first demo. Slim it later. Smoke test the export, not the editor. Menu tutorial, crash on purpose, respawn, finish, restart, prompt, settings, sliders, workshop load, save, export. The editor, that's where the JSON filter bites. Oh, we gotta do this. Where is this? Race setup. That's all I needed to know. I think that's a scene. Race setup. Find this. 3. Okay. That's done. Okay, so we definitely need to export the tracks. Godot. We are going to need both of these open. I never use you. So we're going to do that. Okay. The big one, bundled tracks won't export by default. Project. Export. You covered my window. Okay, export. Add. Web 5. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, quickly, let's go delete those audio tracks we don't need. We don't need the Derringer. Delete. Yes, we will remove you. SFX. Ship. We want all of our hums gone. Delete. Remove. So we only have boost, crash, engine noise, and grind. We have a lot of scripts. We have a decent number of ads, but not a crazy amount. Right? Right? Floor tiles, hollow, add, radial speed blur, speed vignette. Those should be fine. Not using you. I will delete you for the moment. Remove. Okay. Got the crowd. Green sky.jpg. We're not using this. Delete this. Yes, I want to remove you. Okay. Tracks, data, export, preset, config. Okay. And then actually, really quickly, I'm going to go and save where we're at. Git status. Git add star. That's taking a sec. Git commit -m. It's ready to publish for v 0.1.0. Right? Not that. Git status. Nothing to commit. Working pretty clean. All right, we're here. Okay. I trimmed up some unnecessary resources and went to add a JSON tracks, but cannot find the resources tab. Add files or photos. You open. You. Okay. And it's right there in your screenshot. The tab, of course it is. Row under export path. Okay, let's go back to this. Project export. resources. That was dumb. Okay. Okay. That's the whole. Okay. Export all resources in the project. Filters to export non-resource files / folders. Okay. That's the whole fix. Okay. Browser games. A browser game downloads everything before playing, and your models / folder alone was 400 before trimming. If the exported package is still in the hundreds of megabytes, web build will take ages to load on itch. An itch's web embed size limit is 1 gigabyte. Checks the export size. It's huge. Consider posting the web build and a downloadable desktop build. Add Mac/OS top of that, and lean on the desktop build as a primary for version 1. Okay. This stuff might get boring. I might end the stream here. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to make this live. I'm going to link this video to the stream. And because this part is just going to be really boring to watch as a side thing. This is just me figuring out Godot's systems, which are better than most, but still somewhat tedious. And also then Itch's systems, which shouldn't be too bad, but the two together will be. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream. This will be published within a few minutes here, ideally 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah, go check it out. In that time, I'll put a link in the. I'll change the description. Put a link in there probably. Cool. All right. I'll see you guys next week. This is awesome.